I haven't even gotten started on the other videos with the trailers because your spirit is really overloading me, and I'm getting frustrated how much she's trying to show me too much information, and I'm not used to how much she's throwing at me, and it's frustrating the hell out of me. I don't even know where to start here, man. So this story that I gotta tell you, it's gonna be quite long, probably 2 hours, because of how much information she wants me to show you. I just got done yelling to high heaven. I said, stop feeding me so much information, because the story that I wanted to tell you just revolves around this simple Jake Gyllenhaal video here. This video here, the information I wanted to show you is what I'm going to show you first, because that's the video I wanted to create for you. But your spirit had this other bright idea to just pile on all kinds of other information. Sure, it's cool and all. Like, you're going to have a good time enjoying the video. But for me, I'm a simple person. And for me to, tell the story in the way that it's being told, I would have rather have done, this video here and then going into a different video. But the way she has structured it, it has this weird roller coaster ride where you start here on Jake Gyllenhaal, reason being single, and then you don't get to the end of the video. You don't get to understand what it means until the very end of the video. So that's why I'm going to start with this information up front, because that's what I wanted to do. So that's me settling for, what I want. But in order to get what she wants, I then have to include all this other information here that she's incorporating. So all these slides here, man. That's our second fight. Is what I mean, Olivia. Which is something I forgot to tell you. In the previous video, I forgot to mention, don't forget to watch The Notebook. What do you really want? Because the argument is about me arguing with your spirit, who's really trying to help you from falling into the hands of evil when they come here. She wants you to remain alive. I can understand why she's trying to show me all this information, because she doesn't want you falling into their hands. But at the same time, it's frustrating me, man, because I'm not used to all that information, and sometimes I get overloaded and I start yelling and screaming. I say, why are you doing that? I'm telling you, I just want to do things my way. So that's our second argument today, because she's overloading my plate with information to save your life. So you better listen to your own spirit, man, because she doesn't want any harm coming to you. Now, this is where I wanted to start. This is the story that I wanted to tell. So I'm going to tell it my way. And then when I'm done, I'm going to create another video so you can watch that video and you can see how the difference in how it flows, and how there's this simple, unique story here, and then the way that she wanted me to flow it. So I'm going to do this one here the way I wanted to do it, and then I'll do another one, the one that she wants me to do. So anyhow, you need to pull up this Jake Gyllenhaal on being single on the Ellen Show. So the Ellen Show, Jake Gyllenhaal being single. So we were just talking about first dates. So, and bad first dates. So there's a lot of information that you're not going to get unless I tell the story in the way that she wants me to tell it. So I'm going to tell it to you my perspective, and then I'll tell it to you from her perspective. You'll see the difference, and you'll see how much information is missing if I don't tell it the way that she wants me to tell you this story. And bad first dates. Have you had bad first dates? Yes, I have. What she's talking about there is basically about the beginning of time. You're the very first person I ended up with when we went down this road. It wasn't Jaden. I got rejected. And you're the first person that I chose. So that information, it's not going to be in this video, but you're going to see it in the next video. And you'll see the difference in how the two stories flow. My video just gets straight to the point. But her video, you're gonna really see how the clues come together. Well, one thing is I always bring my dates to my mother's house for the first date. So This is the mother's house here. So this is Dido. Thank you. Okay. So because it's a purple house, it represents you being the mother of all creation. The house is the mother of all creation. But that cat arm, that's for Cat Valentine, Ariana Grande, which is mother's secret code name because she's born on Valentine's Day and her mother's name is Cat, which makes her Cat Valentine. So that cat arm is a representation of me getting rejected at the very first time that we did this. I'm going to say on the 334th life. Or 335th life, I should say. I chose you because I got rejected. So that's me having the best day of my life with Olivia Rodrigo on our 335 life. So that's like, see? Did you say see? That's like I think that's a good move. It's a good move. Yeah, she thought so too. She thought it was a great idea. So the color of the chairs there they're purple. So it's a representation of you thinking that's a good move. See how she's laughing there? It's because she's African American. It's a representation of being black, which is a black hole. That's the mother there, getting the grandmother laughing at me for getting so upset with your spirit for trying to shove all this information down my pipe to tell the story the way that she wants it told. But I have a certain particular flow to things that I like doing. I don't like overcrowding people's plates with too much information. When I tell my stories behind the scenes here, they drag on for days and days and days, and then it takes me like it can take me 12 hours, it can take me 36 hours to come back around to a point in the movie where people remember, oh yeah, I remember that point. It was just talking about that. I'll talk about a Princess Charlotte. She's destined to be with a guy here named Mickey. So they have a love story that's being told behind the scenes here that you guys aren't aware yet. But Princess Charlotte is destined to be with this kid named Mickey, who is that's Leia's first cousin. So they work behind the scenes here and tell all kinds of stories that you guys ain't seeing, but you'll see them later. But their story, it always weaves in and out like that. Sometimes it may take them 24 hours before they come in, and then you can see their storyline. They'll come in. Everybody in creation that's helping behind the scenes that's how it works when I tell my story. Sometimes my stories drag on, and I don't get to the point. I don't really like that type of storytelling, but there's a reason to the madness, and that's why it frustrates me. That's why I'm frustrated now. So that's grandmother laughing at me, but it's also you. It's a representation of you because of the purple chair. You have a seat of power, but you need to remain alive by not getting on that UFO. Because if you get on that UFO, you're not going to have that seat of power. You're going to come back an android who's going to reject me. So my mother believes that she thinks arranged marriages actually might be able to work. You know what I mean? Like in a good way. Really? She does? Yeah, she does. She thinks if she picked for me, that I'd do a lot better. And has she ever picked for you? Has she said, hey, I met somebody that maybe you should meet? I met somebody named Olivia Rodrigo. Maybe you should meet her. That's what she's asking him. No, because I always bring them to her house on the first date. So what he's talking about is our very first kick at the cancer in the 336th life. When I tried to convince her to come be with me, she rejected me. So because she's not in love with me, that was just a passing phase, a crush that she went through. And now she's fully and madly in love with this other guy. And so now when I come waltzing up there, so I'm going to get rejected, and then I'm going to choose Olivia because there's no, how do I put this gently? There's no muddy waters, so to say. The waters have been muddied, and that's not a good position to start a relationship off of that you're talking about forever. I don't feel comfortable going into the relationship knowing everything that was said, everything that was done, and so from that perspective, I feel safer over here with this girl who doesn't even know me because it's like starting over, brand new, and everything that I'm telling her, it's a different fashion. Like the stories that she's gonna read on or listen to on these videos, it's like me trying to convince the other girl, but her not listening to me at all. But this one here, she'll probably listen to me and I'll get a better response. So I'd rather go with the one that gives me a better response, a better opportunity, because the waters ain't muddy. So knowing that she's been there from the very beginning and this is our 74th life, I can tell that she's the one I'm supposed to be with. So, no, because I always bring them to her house on the first date. So, but what if she what if she met someone else, someone someplace else? So, and she said, I met someone you should meet. Absolutely, I would trust mom, right? He's not talking about his mom. He's talking about the mother of all creation. So, yeah, you'd be open to that? Yeah, absolutely. Right? So you're single right now? Yeah, I am. I'm not with her. She's with another man. So how can somebody come over here and give me crap and say you wrote that love poem for me, and now you wanna walk away? Yeah, because I've been trying for 8 years to try to convince you otherwise, and now all of a sudden you see me pursuing Olivia Rodrigo. Now you want to get with me? No, that's not how it works. That's not how I work, man. So you know, there's too much been said, too much water under the bridge. So yes. So here's the clue. I'm to save money because I'll live better. By saving Olivia Rodrigo, who's a millionaire, I'm going to have a better life. I'll live better. That's the clue. That's how I know I'm supposed to be with Olivia and not her, because she doesn't have money, right? So Olivia has money. So save Olivia, who has money, and I'll live better. So that's the video that I want to play it, right? It's short, sweet, to the point. Now, these numbers here, they mean something, but I'm going to include those in Olivia's video, the way she wants the story told. And you're going to see a great difference. Because those numbers are connected to Chief's point here. So that's my video, short and sweet. It's only 12 minutes. So the way I've structured that video, how I want it told, it's like you're able to soak up the information because I'm not piling on too much stuff. I'm just keep it simple, like keep it simple, stupid kiss, right? Like I'm focusing on this one particular video. You guys click on it, you watch the video, you know exactly what it's about, and your brain isn't being overloaded with all kinds of other information. And it's short, like it only took me 13 minutes to do this video. So the information that you need to retain from the video is gonna be inside of you a lot more easier because you basically know that the video here is about me getting with Olivia because on our first kick at the can, on our 336th life, I got rejected by Cat Valentine. And that's me setting up a house with Olivia, but grandmother having to tear it down. So that's a piece of information you can retain really easy. And you know it's from the song Thank You. And then you watch this here and you hear the conversation and you know what the conversation is about. You can retain that information. And then you get the climax. You get the end of the story. Like, what's he talking about here? Mother choosing a girlfriend for him. I would absolutely trust her. You get this here, and that's why I trust Olivia, because I'm supposed to save her because she makes money. Because I'll live better. I mean, I'll live forever. Because to be quite honest with you, when first love is very difficult stuff to leave. So I'd have this suspicious mind of, let's say 1 billion years down the road, we get into an argument or something, and she could go right into that guy's arms. So I don't want to take that, that risk, so to say. So that's my story, short, sweet. You get all the points. I've done it within 15 minutes. If I continue the way she wants it done, I'm going to be talking for an hour. So that's how I like to do my videos, a little bit um, in manageable chunks. Now, if I did another video after this one showing a little bit more clues, but still related to this story, I think you'd retain the information a little bit better. So I'm going to do the video the way she wants it done, which is you got to see how the puzzle pieces connect together after this one. But I think you should enjoy that one there, Olivia, right? Save Olivia, live better. Because mom said so.